Sensational from Zimbabwe, and they get themselves the goal. Just look at that brilliant play. And Shirawa.
What a moment there. Welcome into the world of sport. Weekend Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. What a match there between Nigeria and Zimbabwe. Looking at the scenario of the two teams, the performance, you really see that Zimbabwe, they had their game plan and they were able to execute it well, and it actually worked out for them. For Nigeria and Super Eagles, what went wrong? Is it the fault of the coach, Eric Chell? Well, he has told them what to do. Go out there. Okay. Was it his tactics that didn't make us to win that game? Well, that's right now the question that Nigerians are asking. The players, they have some blame. The coach also have his own blame. And all right now, can we still make it to the World Cup? We know that the captain of the team, Ekong, saying, well, Nigerian can still make it. The World Cup ticket is not over. Really, it's not over or it's over. But you just have to make it while the sun shine. They're supposed to start winning their game from match day 1. They left it late. Match day 1, 2, 3, 4. They were able to manage just 3 points out of 4 games. This is not typical of Nigeria and Super Eagles. What went wrong? They took it for granted on directing all the teams in that particular Group C. Right now, it's getting more tougher and tougher for Super Eagles. Not to apportion blame to anyone, but really, Eagles ought to have woken up from their slumber after the first game in this World Cup qualifier. Well, taking you to the journey of what happened between Nigeria and Zimbabwe on Tuesday, where Nigeria was expecting an outright win of 3 points. Nigeria got 1 point, and it was a moment of sadness for a lot of Nigerians who came to watch that game. It wasn't a smooth one because we really worked hard before we could manage to score with the header from Osimhen in the 75th minute, and before you know it, at the dot of 98th minute, the Warriors of Zimbabwe shut down Eagles. They actually fired an arrow that came in and they shared the spoil there. Well, today we'll be looking at truly what Ekong said, that Nigerian can still make it. Well, World Cup ticket is not over. Before we open phone line, we have in the studio a guest who will be talking with us before we open phone line for Nigerians to also react. We know we've talked on that. But right now, as it says, Muhammad Ali is here. Not the boxer, as I always say, but this is a sport enthusiast. Muhammad Ali, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, just like I actually made a summary of what happened on Tuesday between Nigeria and Zimbabwe, Super Eagles versus Warriors of Zimbabwe at Gosua Akpabio in Uyo. What a match, what a game. Nigerians, I'm sure you two inclusive, you were thinking of outright 3 points, maybe 2 goals or 2-1 or 1-0 or 2-0, but it ended up we had to play 1-1. And the goal they scored against us was at the dot of 98th minute, which was something we were not expecting. So, for you, how did you see that game?
It was a disappointing result for Nigerians, disappointing from our perspective. The first game, Eric Chile's first game, am I correct in his pronunciation? Eric Chile. Okay, his first game, it was a good win, 2-0 away against Rwanda. Coming into the second game, his first game at home in Uyo, full stadium, lots of people, lots of Nigerians in the stadium, all over the world watching that game, expecting a win, easy win for us. But it wasn't the case. It was a difficult game for us. Zimbabwe, the 6 games they've played, they've drawn 4 games in this World Cup qualifiers. That was the 4th draw in 6 games. So it was always going. They had this thing about them about getting draws, and ultimately that's what happened. We started well. We tried, but it was difficult. We couldn't really break them down. They came in with a 4-5-1 formation, tight at the back. Midfielders close to the defense. Osimhen didn't have space to operate. It was difficult for him. Our coach made that.
Could it have been, okay, if you say Osimhen couldn't operate, could it be because ball was not getting to him, or it was Zimbabwe's that locked him up?
Yeah, I think that defenders...
Because if you noticed, the tactics that the coach actually used to some extent, you notice that, okay, we have, although some people say, okay, they are professionals, whatever, any space they should cover, they should at least create that chances for Osimhen, for him to be able to have chance at a move or a clear court at those goals, and it was very difficult. If you look at the formation we use, we're trying to play, okay, the way we play against Rwanda that we want to know, the same players started this game, and it was the same formation. So what went wrong that we could not just get it right against Zimbabwe. And we're playing at home.
Yes, like I said, the Zimbabweans, they are draw specialists. They know they have a game plan coming away to Nigeria. They had a game plan, 4-5-1, sit back, sit deep, soak the pressure, hit us on the counter attack. They also created chances themselves. Like I said earlier, for 6 games they've played in these qualifiers, they've drawn 4. So you can see that they are draw specialists. They know how to pick up a result, how to get a draw. Against Rwanda, it was different for us because the Rwandans were at home. They came out. That created spaces for the Eagles. We could also play. But against Zimbabwe, they were really tight at the back. We had to make that substitution. That big number 9 from Genk, Tolu Arokele. He came in and then that freed Oshime. You could see that he gave the defenders a lot to think about. His hold-up play was good. Held the ball well. Gave the ball to
also came in.
Yeah, Boniface came in later on. But you could see that once he came in, we had options up front. Oshime then had space. Olaina brought that cross in. Oshime was unmarked at the back post. Great header, 1-0. So we needed more bodies in the middle of their defense to distract their defenders. And we finally did that and we got the goal. But we couldn't hold on for the win. Poor defending from my point of view. Our captain
for the Zimbabwe goal, right?
Yeah, the goal we considered. Our captain, Trust Ekong, he should have done better.
But before Ekong, that was a defender. If you look at that goal again, that was a defender before Ekong. I think let's have that. That's the Zimbabwe goal. If we check it, Zimbabwe goal to the front. Well, as it is, well, I think you look at. The fact that a defender came before was beaten rather before Ekong was actually looking at this now, taking it back a bit.
Yeah.
Now you see the first one that was beaten there.
Yeah.
The first one, the pass moved to Chinera. Before Chinera, or rather, the player that connected to the look. So it was that defender that could have been able to try and stop before. Captain was beaten, although it was a bit too soft on him. But that particular player, I don't know, maybe he's online or who seems to be online at that place.
Yeah, yes, I get you. Generally, poor defending from the Eagles. 1 minute to go. You'd expect us to be compact, defend well. 1-0, take the 1-0, but we didn't do that. We were not tight at all. But I still feel Ekong could have done better, maybe show the striker away from goal, maybe look to get a block, but he's gone to nick the ball immediately, and Shirewa just touched the ball away from him. Stanley is coming out, and then he just puts it into the back of the net. Okay,
it's not Olaina that was there, because Olaina is actually down here.
Yes, Olaina played from the left.
Yeah, so if you look, I still it looks like
that should be Osai. That should be Osai. He played as a right back. That's him going for the ball now. But the person dropping back, is that not in DD? I'm not sure.
It looks like the person that draw back
in
DD either way, poor defense.
Yeah, poor defending. Yeah, poor defending.
Okay, so we're talking about this game, game between Nigeria and Zimbabwe. What a game there. They came with their game plan. And now let's take a look at the remaining games. Nigeria will be playing 4 matches left. We have we'll be facing Rwanda next in Uyo. You look at it. This is September. We've played 17 and 18. September 1st, Nigeria versus Rwanda will be at home. September 8th, we are traveling to South Africa to face the Bafana. That is the place where all these will be decided, because Bafana already, they have 13. I'm not even looking at ineligible or eligible issue that we're talking about. Now, if you deduct 3, they have 10, we have 7. We are playing against Rwanda. Rwanda now, they've seen that, okay, we defeated them at home. Zimbabwe came here. They held us down. So they too will be having the mindset that whatever can make you guys defeated us here at home, then we can also defeat you here. And they can also be like, okay, Zimbabwe held you down. We also try to see and get 1 point. They'll be hoping because they are ahead of us too. They have 8 points. So it's dicey. Then we host Lesotho. Rather, we go away to Lesotho in South Africa. That's where they play their game. Then we host Benin Republic. Their coach is our former coach. They have 8 points, we have 7. And we don't know what's going to be happening before we even go to Benin Republic in October 13, or rather we host them. We don't know because we are going to play 3 matches before that time. So anything can happen, which as it is right now is very, very dicey.
Yes, I agree with you. Our captain said, like he said, there's still 12 points to play for. 4 games left, 12 points to play for. But then again, we have to then win all our 4 games. We have to get 12 points and hope that South Africa slip up. So it's not even in our hands. And you said we play away Lesotho. They're playing in South Africa. They have loyalty to South Africa. They're playing at home. They would want to defend. They would also want to maybe get a draw for South Africa. So it's not. We don't have easy games at all. We don't have points in the bag, and we have to then play away against South Africa.
Against Benin.
Against
Benin. South Africa away, Benin away.
Yes.
We are home. In fact, as it is right now, we are only home to Benin and we are home to Rwanda. And we are away to South Africa and Lesotho. Like you said, Lesotho will not mind. Yes, they will not mind South Africa qualifying because they are brother. They share. In fact, they are inside South Africa. In Lesotho and Eswatini, Swaziland, they are actually inside South Africa as a landlocked country. So as it is, Nigeria, Rwanda, like I've mentioned, Rwanda will come here and die to get a point. Because they'll be like, if Zimbabwe could do it, they too can. And then South Africa will be like, okay, we need this game to, if we can win this game, we'll go for 16 points. Nigeria will be pursuing us. We don't want to draw. Because a draw, they will have 14, we will have 8. You look at it.
Yeah.
And even if we defeat Rwanda, if we beat Rwanda, 3 plus 6, 7, we'll have 10. South Africa already, they are having 13. Then, if we face South Africa, if they draw,
a draw is good for them.
they will have 14.
Yeah, a draw is good for them.
Now we will be having 10. You look at it, and we're having 11. Sorry, we're having 11. So if we win Rwanda and draw South Africa, that's 4 points. 4 plus 7, 11. They will be having 14. So Lesotho would rather agree or admit to die to support South Africa.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, let them play draw.
Yeah.
And if we defeat Lesotho, we'll have 3 points. Let's assume we defeat Lesotho. We have 3 points. 3 plus 11, that's 14. We'll be on the same level with South Africa. But the Republic can be the spoiler because they too will be looking at, okay, if they can win. So it's a very dicey situation.
And let's not forget that even I think South Africa still have to play Lesotho. I don't know if they're done with Lesotho, but I don't see Lesotho drawing or beating South Africa.
Just like you said, we should remember that they too they are playing.
Exactly.
South Africa will be playing. We are only looking at our own games.
That's the funny thing.
We are playing 4 matches. South Africa too will play 4 matches.
Yes,
Lesotho will play 4. All of them will play 4 matches.
So it's not entirely in our hands.
Because this is match day 6 that we just played. We have match day 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
So as we play our own 4, they play their own 4. Yeah. So it's not as if we are playing, they are resting. No, they are also adding more points to them. So right now, do you want to agree with me, just like Ekong said before we open the phone line, that the World Cup ticket is not over?
It's not over until it's over. That's the idea our captain was coming from yesterday. He doesn't want to give up. He wants to still fight, and that's good. But we've left ourselves a mountain to climb. We didn't start well. After 6 games, we have 7 points. That's disappointing. We can only hope that we can still qualify. But South Africa don't look like they're going to slip up at this time.
At this time, South Africa doesn't look like it. That's why it's time. Let's look at our topic there. 2026 World Cup. World Cup ticket is not over. According to Truth Ekong, though it will be rolling on the net. Let's have that title there so that at least you can open phone lines. 2026 World Cup ticket is not over. Truth Ekong. And from all the analysis we've just made, they too, they are doing their own permutation. But like I said, they should have considered this from the beginning of this World Cup qualifier. We have been at this precarious situation where we are now, both of us became mathematicians, whatever you want to, statisticians, collecting dots 1 to 0 and all that. Okay, so Nigerians begin to react. Is the World Cup ticket over, or we still have that chance? Okay, let's take this call there. They are beginning to react there. Hello, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm calling from Benue State.
Okay, where in Benue? And your name, please?
I'm in Taka, usual caller.
Okay, good one. Good to have you on the show.
My name is Dauda Ishaku.
Thank you.
I know I called you last week.
Yes, I remember. Ishaku, I remember.
Mr. Jeshafe, what a shock. What a match.
Thank you.
No creativity in the midfield. No change from our coach. The same player, the same formation from the coach. Just Ekong, Trust Ekong is sleeping captain. Actually, he was sleeping. And Nindi, this is his character, even in Leicester. He has been doing such over and over, giving superior to Haaland and other top scorers in England. This is his own character. Ndidi, if you watch very well, he has not played in our last match in the Nation Cup due to injury. And in his club, he has been a bench player right now. Ndidi has been a bench player. He was not in the top form anymore. The same thing is with Iwobi. I don't want to mention his name today again. Though he was able to bring good pass in the last match, but we have problem. We have problem. We can't now see where we have put ourselves now. We are waiting for somebody to draw, or we are waiting for somebody to lose so that we can qualify. This is not Super Eagle. This is Super Chicken. It's not the Super Eagle that we know. We can't go far like this. These are world-class stars. See, they have frustrated Oseme. If you look at what happened at the end of the match, Oseme and Boniface, if I believe, they were almost fighting because of anger. Oseme was frustrated. He was expecting them to hold the match for him. They could not. They disappointed him. That one goal was a great shock to all of us. Shock. Even you yourself, I know you are shocked. So how do you comfort Oseme? The comfort he's trying to do Oseme, he's even adding anger to him. Thank you very much, Adeshafe.
Thank you so much, Ishiaku from Benue State there. He has actually expressed himself. He's well, not happy. Nigerians, if we look at Osimhen there, really very livid with anger for the fact that he felt disappointed. He felt that the effort wasn't good enough. They should have at least head on to it till the end. Okay, we have another caller. Nigerians are reacting. Hello, are you there? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Adeshafe.
Yes, good to have you. Yes, your name, please.
I'm Ekong calling from Gombe State.
Oh, okay. Our usual caller from Gombe. How is Gombe?
Gombe is cool, calm, and calculating.
Okay.
We are just calculating the air.
Okay.
That we are. Yes, going straight to the point. Hey, this is seems dicey, you. Hey, qualifying for the World Cup. Woo! We need to pray. I know you are a laughing orator. Please don't laugh, because what we are seeing now, very, very dicey. And that's why you have turned to permutation. Doing mathematically system of calculating like Shego Odagbami. Oh, my brother, everything went wrong from the coach to the defender, even to the goalkeeper. Because Bonfrijo said that how can you drop a point like that you have gotten? I remember Bonfrijo, as soon as you score and it is that minute, 89 minutes, you start throwing the balls out. You don't allow it to near your goalkeeper. The coach, in fact, I don't know, I don't want to blame anybody, but the fact remains that if we are to make it, it is by God's grace. Muhammad Ali, who is there? I don't know whether he's a boxer or whether he's taking the name of Muhammad. Please, you people should do something and make sure that we qualify. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much from Gombe.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Muhammad Ali. Like I said, this is not a boxer. This is a sport enthusiast. Like you heard him say, well, as it is, it's a very tough tightrope. Going back to that, the table. Let's just have the table there while you display just a bit quickly so that you can open the phone line again. You see that it's really very dicey. We have 4 matches. They also have 4 matches. Look at it. The point 13. Okay. Let's take this call before you go back to the table so that the caller will not be waiting. Hello, are you there?
Yes. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Good to have you on Weekend Sports.
Yes. 360 as usual.
Okay. Good one. Your name and your location, please.
My name is Daniel, calling from Jalingo.
Okay. Good one. Let's have you. So, can we still get at least the way it's going right now, the ticket, World Cup ticket, do we still have access to it? According to Truth Ekong, it is not over.
You know, our mathematics only is in football. You normally get it right. But the question is,
how long can we be using this grammar? If we win, they lost. If they lost, we win. If this one's draw, then we move. This language has been there for a long period of time. We need to see the problem Nigeria had. They normally underrate teams when it comes to knockout stage like that. Ego and pride has been the problem we're having in our team. Because you play in big club in Europe, you feel like when they argue with these small clubs and small teams in the various national team in Africa, you feel you are better. Until you look in the football team, because they disgrace you. Look at it, we are taking it now. Besides, I think that man, that mission is good and I think we have the same touchlight that on these people in the virus club. And people is not even playing anything in the system. The same thing, not because of our knockout during the African Cup of Nations. You can remember one business happened like that. He's too heavy. That is the plain truth about his body. He's too heavy. He cannot run on the feet. He cannot make a correct dribbling like that. So he should remove the heavy breath, and start out. The coach on his side, how many times have you gone round to see these various players in their clubs play? Look at people like Thomas Tuchel. You will go around and be seeing how Indian footballers are playing. Other national team coaches will be moving around to their various club and be seeing how their players are playing. Then they will see where they will improve them and see who to drop, who to carry. So our coach need to do that. The game we played versus Zimbabwe is good. I love the game that way. But what comes at the anomalies, I said this last week, when ball comes to enter net, no matter how you do, the ball must enter. That is it. So the defense is actually poor. That guy, the guy from the north, he's supposed to clear that ball very well, the last person. So the problem comes for him. So the coach should look at the defender very well. So please, let's try when games come like that. We should pick it. That's why we love Mourinho. No matter, even if it is good, you keep for him to play. You put the best squad there and play everything up, not proving able. So please, that's my tip. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in there. Well, Nigerians are really not too happy with Nigerian the performance of Super Eagles that day on Tuesday. Now, going back to that table, we're looking at it. According to Ekong, he said it's not over. Well, now we've turned to mathematician. As the scene is not over, the other countries are ahead of us. South Africa, 13 points. Mohamed Ali, look at this. South Africa, they've scored 10 goals. They considered 5. They have 5 goal difference. They have 13 points. Rwanda that we defeated 2-0. They have 8 points. They scored 4 goals. They considered 4 goals. Benin Republic ahead of us. They scored 6. They considered 7 minus 1. They have 8 points. We have 7. Lesotho 6. Zimbabwe 4. And now you see that it's tougher because all these teams also they have games to play. Before, as we are meeting Rwanda, other teams too, they are meeting other teams. So that's why it's very tough. Between now and September, what do you think the coach should just do? At least we know Nigerians are calling from you, Mohamed Ali. If by September game, should they just change the tactics, or the player themselves need to change their mentality? Because the Eagles have the larger blame because they are the one that play the game from day 1 to day 6, and if they are taking this game seriously from day 1, this thing will have happened. We know Smith was injured from some part of it, but really, it's annoying how when he became part of it and he's now looking like his effort is in futile.
Yes, I mean, to be fair to the coach, he's coming. It's a difficult job. Qualifying us to this World Cup is going to be it was always going to be difficult for him. He's coming and he's gotten 4 points from possible 6. Not bad at all. But the damage was done right before he even came. Yeah, that's where the damage.
So the damage has been done from Pizarro down to Finidi. Because if you check, we play 4 matches, we only have 3 points. Then this man came, he has played 2 matches, he has 4 points. Yes. So far better than that time.
Yes, way better.
So Nigeria should always remember that, okay, Eagles should have played better from match day 1
yes.
to match day 4.
Yes.
Before we play the 5 and 6. From the 5 and 6, we got 4 points out of 6 points.
Yes.
Match day 1 to 4, we only managed 3 points from 4 matches. That was bad.
Yes. Really
So, you know, now people are not remembering match day 1 to 4.
3, 4.
People are looking at 5 and 6. But 1 to 4, what did we play? We only managed 3 points. It was bad. Very bad. Okay, let's take, I think we have a caller there. Hello, are you there? Hello? Okay, hopefully the callers will actually, okay. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, my name is James from Lagos.
Okay, we'll be looking at Eagles, according to the captain of that team, through Ekong, say the World Cup ticket is not over. They can still make it. It's not over until it's over.
My brother, I'm angry with that guy. I don't like what he's saying. Nigeria is out already now.
Okay.
Nigeria is out. Nigeria is out. No.
Seriously? You don't have faith? You don't believe that we can make it?
My brother, calculator cannot save us this time around.
Calculator don't favor us.
Nigeria is fourth at the fifth. We have other 2 countries ahead of Nigeria.
Okay.
So how can you compare? How sure are you that you are going to beat South Africa and Lesotho? How sure are you that you are going to South Africa and beat them for their home? It's very difficult. Nigeria is out. Even the second place, the playoff of a team, Nigeria cannot make it. Instead of Nigeria, you are going to pick Lesotho or Rwanda. You understand? Out of 5 matches, you only win 1. And you are saying it's not over. My brother, they should connect that captain from that guy. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much there. You just said what he said. Even, you know, after the outright winner of the group, the second place you have at least now, even the playoff we are talking about, if we check the list of the second place teams, Nigeria, we are 4th, and out of 5 matches we only won 1 out of 6 matches. Is it not funny? We've only won 1 match from 6 games. Super Eagles.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the group phase, there's going to be there's going to be playoffs for the teams that are second.
Are we second yet? Are we second yet? We are not second yet.
In our group, we're not even.
We are not second. So why are we saying runners up for playoff? Are we second now? We are facing Rwanda next. Rwanda would rather come to Nigeria and die on Nigerian pitch to get the points, so that they can have 9 and maintain that second position. Then the Republic too will be looking at, okay, they have the same point with Rwanda. They too, they need to win or draw so that they can maintain 9 points. Nigeria should remain in 7. It's like, see, the way it is now, they are not ganging up, but they are happy that the strongest team in the group is not doing well. They are not doing well. The strongest team in the team are not doing so. The best thing, and I take advantage of that and do what? And zoom. So now that we have taken them with levity, underrated all of them, we underrated all the teams. Except we were looking at only South Africa stuff. We underrated Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and Benin Republic. And that's where we paid for it, as it is. So it's getting very, very interesting. Mohamed Ali.
Yes, it is. South Africa have not qualified for the World Cup since 2010 when they hosted it, and that one they even hosted.
So they want to go now.
So they want to go now. That's 15 years, and then even the one that they were in 2010, it was because they were hosts. They didn't play any qualifiers. So if you look at it, they've not qualified. Played qualifiers and qualified for over for long, for what, maybe 20 years. So they really want to go for this one, and you can see how determined they are. 13 points,
and they are really celebrating because they discovered that from day 1 we went to sleep. So South Africa, they were plotting, and now as it is, it's very difficult because now that we are trying to be serious, the Eagles are trying to act as if they are serious now. But what were they doing from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4? Now, if we check it, just like last caller said, and actually tickle. Now, like, you are not even second. Even if you get to the second, how many games are you going to win out of the 4? You have 2 away, you have 2 home. Are you guaranteed that you can win all the 4 matches? 1. If you win all the 4 matches, what South Africa win all their own 4 matches? What if we won that 2? You know, so it's very, very tough that Eagles didn't make hay while the sun was shining.
And let's not forget that being second place doesn't mean you qualify for the
because we have stronger second places.
Yeah, you have to look at other groups.
Yes,
they're better.
we have
they have more points than you.
Exactly.
So if they have more points than you, then you're not qualifying.
They won't pick you.
They won't pick you. So it's a mountain for us. And this South African team is really good. Yes, they are. They're young. They're really good. They really want to go to the World Cup. They're grinding out results. The last game, they scored 2 late goals to win. So you can see that they really want to go to this World Cup.
Okay. Seriously, as it is, from the way it is, the table alone speaks volume. Mohammed, you look at this table, you'll be wondering, wait. Is there, did they deduct Nigeria?
You can
these are other nations.
You can see 11 points.
These are other nations now.
With 11.
These are, you imagine this. A team is already second and is having 11 points. 11 points, second.
I saw the other one. I think it was 13 or so.
Maybe we should take it here. Look at this place.
Look at Senegal.
Congo is ahead. Senegal is second. 12. The third team is even having 12. Yeah. Sudan. Wait. Don't mention the name. Sudan. They have 12 points. And they are 13.
Yes. And
look at our group. Our group is even easy. They have 8. Look at Cameroon, 12.
Look at the third place would even go for the playoffs. Not
also. Surprisingly, they are having 13.
Look at Libya, 8 points.
Okay, let's go again to another group. So that we are trying to see how. Look at this.
Look at Morocco, 15.
So this group is also very weak because even the second place is having 6 points. We are even better than second place here, and we are standing fourth.
So this group is
let's go to another. Look at Cote d'Ivoire, 16 points. Gabon, 15. They are second.
I want to go to playoff.
Burundi, they are third. They have 10. Third in this group. Our group, the highest is 13. The higher, look at this one, 15, 12. The top place is having 9.
Even the fourth place is having 9.
So
the fifth is having 7 points.
So tell me how we are going to.
As player, I think we have to remove.
Tunisia, 16. Look at this. Namibia, 12. Liberia, 10. Equatorial Guinea, 7. So if you have to pick. We are looking at the option of second best. Our second best now is even weak. Look at Ghana, 15 points. Comoros is a small nation. No meaning anymore in world football right now. Comoros, surprisingly, look at Mali. So what is happening to Mali? Mali is standing fourth. They have 9. We have 7.
Even more than us.
Yes, and they are standing fourth. Madagascar. Please, if you're talking football. They mentioned Madagascar before, Comoros before, but now look at it. Comoros and Madagascar are standing second and third, 15. But even Ghana needs to be very careful. Ghana needs to be careful. They should not be carried away with that 15 points because it's still very open for anyone in that group between Comoros and Madagascar. 10, 15, 10, 12. They have 4 matches to play. So Ghana also needs to wake up from their sleep and do well. Look at Mali, the Eagles of Mali. They have 9 points. They are standing fourth. We have 7. We check out the teams, and this is match day 6, and you look at it, and really, I don't know how Ekong is actually calculating it. Maybe he's saying, okay, we win all our 4 matches. Other teams will go to sleep. I still don't know how we're going to do it. But maybe you can take 2 more calls. Nigerians have really reacted from Benue to Gombe. People have called in, and really, even from the other caller that called in, also making his own point there, but very painful. Ishaku called in, and also we also appreciate all of them. But right now, let's say 2 more calls, then we move to, at least we cannot continue to look at Super Eagles. Let's talk about other things happening in the world of Eagles. Quietly, everybody left for their club side. I saw the video when they were leaving, and I was like, you guys. I think it's high time that NFF should do something. Somebody raised it and said, is it compulsory we must invite these players? Can't we look? Nigeria have so many players. Okay, the coach rather, he traveled. I saw when he went to see some of these players. He also went to watch some home-based matches. I'm talking about MPFL. All those MPFL he watched. Are you telling me it's only 2 players that impressed him? Only the goalkeeper of Bremen Stars. Kyle De Bankole and Papa Mustafa from Nagasna that he picked. Those 2 players were the only home base that he picked. So all those matches he went to watch. Are you saying you couldn't pick 11 solid players? Let's not make it look like, okay, is it ghosts that are playing the MPFL? So are you telling me no 11 player that you can pick and say, okay, I have a team from the MPFL. If I want to pick home-based team, so you cannot pick any 11 players. It's only 2 that you pick. No, let's tell ourselves the truth. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello, are you there?
How are you?
I'm fine. Good to have you on the show, Weekend Sport. Your name,
Yes,
please?
morning.
Yes. We are with you.
Yes. Yes, my name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Bauchi.
Okay, how is Bauchi?
Bauchi is fine, and you, how is your studio?
Abuja is fine, thank you.
We can see you are digesting our qualification to the World Cup.
Yes. Yes, Ibrahim, go on.
Yes, I want to believe that we've already lost out because all those matches that we are supposed to have won, the minors like Zimbabwe that we couldn't beat, Rwanda and the rest. I don't think Lesotho. I don't think we have any hope anymore again. We should just forget it.
Very painful, Ibrahim.
Because we've not done enough as Nigeria, which is known to be one of the powerhouses of football.
Well, so painful, very, very painful. Anyway,
so it's a painful thing that we lost out to countries that have never been to the World. I don't think Zimbabwe or Lesotho or Rwanda have ever been to the World Cup.
At all. They have never been.
Yeah, so we have to go back to the drawing board and look at the next tournament. 2026 is already over for us.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ibrahim, from Bauchi.
That's the way I see it. So all these permutations about trying to win the next 4 matches is just a tall dream.
It's a tall order, tall dream. Okay.
It's a tall dream because if we didn't do well right from the onset, how are we sure that we are going to make any much impact? So our players prefer playing for their club side. See, Victor Boniface is banging goals in Germany.
That's it.
And he didn't do anything. He has not contributed a single goal since he was invited to our national team.
What an observation there. He scored 2 goals yesterday.
It's a terrible thing. They prefer their club. So we need to put our acts together. Maybe if we are going home based, see South Africa, most of their players are playing in South African League. And see how thick and strong their squad is.
Yes, true.
So we shouldn't, this over-reliance on foreign base has not helped us at all. We have to shift the paradigm.
Okay, good one. Thank you so much,
Ibrahim.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ibrahim from Bauchi there. You just heard what he said. That we really need to, because I asked the question before you called. Are you telling me all the move journey that Eric Chell took to those clubs? I'm talking about Nigeria. I'm not even talking about foreign. All the matches he went to watch in Nigerian league. He cannot pick 11 players that can play for Eagles. It's only 2 they invited, and none of them played. So, are you saying that we don't have 11 players that could at least play for Eagles without these foreign players that is always giving us high blood pressure every time they come? Okay, let's take this call. Hello, are you there? Hello, are you there? Okay, so Mohammed, at least as it is, it's very painful, but just make your point. Like I mentioned, MPFL. If you cannot pick MPFL players, go to other players abroad that are not this same set of players, because we need to bench them. Someone said it is high time that Nigeria should not be afraid that you didn't put this one, you didn't put this one. Bench them, let them be hungry for glory, right? Okay, let's take this call first. Sorry, please. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good to have you on the show. You say?
Thank you. Olaiwola is my name from Oyo State.
Okay, Olaiwola from where in Oyo State?
From Okeo.
Oh, Okeo. That's a good one. Let's have you.
Thank you, Mr. Demi and Mr. Lee. I've been following the show and it's been fantastic.
Okay,
however, you just spoke my mind in the sense that if we fail to make use of this home base, honestly, we are just joking. Actually, I did hear I qualifying for this World Cup. All forms of permutation, calculations, whatever. Let's forget about it. But let me get all these home boys and see what we can do. I think that is my mind now. As you are just analyzing, kept on disturbing my mind that if we begin to invite all these big boys, we will never make a headway. So let's go back to the drawing board and invite all these young boys and let them put all their energy. Continue with all these big boys, nothing. Thank you, Olaiwola.
Okay, thank you so much, Olaiwola from Okeho, your stay there. You just heard what he said, but trusting what I also mentioned. So
I think it's a valid point, to be honest, because if you look at it, the teams we are playing against, they're all mostly home-based players. Look at South Africa, maybe 2 or 3 foreign-based players.
How many foreign players in Zimbabwe?
How many in Zimbabwe? How many
Lesotho?
In Lesotho? How many in Benin Republic? How many in South Africa? Maybe 3 or 2 or 1. So I think it's a valid point. If you look at the other teams too, if you look at the other teams too, it's almost the same thing. So why can't we try? Why can't we try with our home-based players? I think it's the NFF have to look at it. They really have to.
They need to bring these senior players. So to be sincere, they need to. If it's only Osimhen that is serious among them, invite only Osimhen, and then let other players that are serious, hungry for glory, let them go there. Why must they always come? Do you know how much money they? Let's not get angry with it, but it's painful. Point. Okay, well, before we go, our time is almost up. Yeah. But okay, let's take that call. We wanted to take some matches left during the weekend, but right now let's take this call. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good to have you on the show. You are the last call on the show. Quickly.
Yes, my name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Katsina.
Your name is what?
Ibrahim. I'm calling from Katsina.
Okay, Ibrahim from Katsina. Let's have you quickly.
Yes, I support the caller from Bauchi, and what he said is correct. And because those people, they are not patriotic, they are not nationalistic.
Okay, thank you so much, Ibrahim. Okay, well, as it is right now, it's like a done deal, but it's not done yet, according to the captain, that we still have hope. And like I said, I wish NFF can be bold enough.
Yeah.
The coach can be bold enough to bench these players, match day 7, match day 8. But it's painful that this is not the time we're supposed to be testing players.
Yes.
You understand? Because now we are going to bring new set of players, begins to do this. This is not the time. So we are locked up with these players again. But like someone actually joked, it is time they need to fire Eagle with some cane. Anyway, just to at least add spice to it. Well, there are games for this weekend. Let's just take with me FA Cup. FA Cup should be coming up. Let's just look at the fixtures for FA Cup. Rather, Mohammed.
Difficult one because most of the teams are evenly matched, I should say. Fulham, Crystal Palace, maybe Fulham edged it.
And Iwobi will go there and do. Look at Boniface scored 2 goals yesterday.
I think one was disallowed.
Okay. Well, he scored.
Yes, he did.
Fulham, Iwobi and Javi Bassi, they will play their hearts out there. Brighton, Nottingham Forest. Scoreline. Nottingham
Forest, they're having a great season.
Seriously,
yeah, so
seriously. They are the Leicester of this season.
Yes, they are. Just that
2016 Leicester, they will win the league. But it's possible that they will make Champions League.
Oh yes, there's no doubt in my mind they will.
Aston Villa, Preston North End.
I mean, it's easy to go for Aston Villa.
Seriously, but remember, I think this FA Cup. It can be very kind of giant killing. You just be surprised. Yes. I remember Birmingham versus Arsenal final.
Yes, I remember.
During the Carling Cup and they shocked them.
I remember Wigan.
Wigan Athletic also. So don't underrate Preston North End. They fought out to be here.
Yes.
They are the only team from the championship, so they can surprise Aston Villa.
And it seems like it's going to be a strange FA Cup year.
So I will maybe slightly look at Preston North End, Bournemouth, Man City.
I would look at Bournemouth too.
Bournemouth, Man City, well, can actually be in favor of. Well, let's see who wins this one. FA Cup quarter-final fixture that we just looked at, and it's getting more interesting. Maybe we'll take one more fixture before we wrap it up. Would we play Spanish La Liga? If you can look at it, just a match, and then we'll wrap it up. Sociedad, Valladolid, Real Betis, they will play against Sevilla, Osasuna Athletic Club, Valencia, Mallorca. Barcelona against Girona. You have Atletico versus Espanyol. Real Madrid against Leganes. You see Barcelona winning?
No, yeah, they should. They're in good form.
What about Real Madrid?
Real Madrid, I mean, it's the business end of the season. You expect Madrid, Barcelona to win lots of games going forward now.
Okay, seriously, we just been able to take at least only 2 because Nigeria, we just have to open the phone line for people to react concerning our own first. Our own first, all this nation, we even talk about our own sport, so we have to promote Nigerian sport first. That's why we have to do that. And apologies for not mentioning Italia, Serie A, or German Bundesliga, but at least let's fix our home first. Eagles, they really need to fly. Henceforth, the technical crew, the NFF needs to work better to see how they can begin to look inward and use home-based players, and also those other Nigerians who are hungry for glory, not the Eagles are forming a big manism there. We don't want that. We want them to do well next time. Well, Mohamed Ali has been here, even though he didn't throw any punch at me. I appreciate your time with us. Thank you so much, Mohamed. Those analyses were top-notch, and we appreciate your time for coming into the studio.
Thank you
So right now, for those that call in from Gombe to Abeokuta to Okeho, down to Benue, everywhere, every part of Nigeria, we appreciate all of you, and we say one bosa for all of you there. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. From the entire crew, we say have a splendid weekend, and thanks for watching.